Welcome to the Crush It in Sales podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet. This podcast focuses on the intersection of sales, leadership, and personal development. So let's get ready to crush it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Crush It in Sales podcast and happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. I hope everyone is doing great out there. We are quickly approaching 2021, which is very exciting for the majority of the world. I don't know if there's anyone not excited. And it really got me thinking about a confidence manifesto that I had written when I was working on lead magnets for our chapter in Brilliant Breakthroughs for the Small Business Owner. And if you haven't heard me speak about that book before, it was the 4th annual, and we ended up hitting international bestseller in 4 countries and also bestselling in 10 categories, including business. So that was super exciting, and I really appreciate everyone that supported the book and bought the book and left reviews as well. So that's very cool. I had written this manifesto, and I wanted to read it today to inspire all of you to write your own confidence manifesto. So this is going to be a short podcast because if you can, afterwards just sit with a journal or pen and paper and just write down your manifesto in regard to confidence heading into 2021. So this is what I had written, and obviously you can borrow some of it, copy it, adapt it, whatever. And but I really just hope that you think about it in regard to yourself, your life, your relationships, your business, your job, your family, and your hopes and your dreams. How do you wish to see yourself? How do you see yourself? What are your values? What are some things you need to work on? So all of those nuggets are what makes up a manifesto. And it's really a power statement. If you don't know what a manifesto is, it's just a series of sentences that are a power statement. It's to fire you up, to give you the hope and the belief that you can do something and you can make it happen. So I'm going to read what I wrote, and there was 11 of them. And I'll go slow, even though I know I talk fast. And I would always love to hear from some of you if you have to put the speed down when you listen to my podcast. I do apologize if it's something that you have to do. I'm just a fast talker. I think fast, I talk fast, I walk fast. So here we go. Number 1, do surround yourself with positive people. Number 2, do set boundaries. Number 3, do what makes you feel good. Number 4, do realize you are worth it. Number 5, do forgive yourself and move forward. Number 6, do realize the power in kindness and generosity. Number 7, do celebrate your success. Number 8, do speak it out loud and show up. Number 9, do think and say positive I am affirmations. Number 10, do give yourself permission to be yourself. And number 11, do believe you have all the power within you. So let those sink in. When I reread these, and granted, these are what I wrote, so it's obviously coming from, however you want to put it, my heart, my brain, my experience, where I've been, where I see myself, where I am now. And, it's really amazing to have something like this written out in your journal or a piece of paper. Maybe you put it in your desk drawer. Maybe you can hang it by your desk, by your office, if you feel comfortable. And going back and reviewing it and rereading it and going, yeah, I do that. I do that really well. Or I still need to work on that. So for me, when I look at this off the top of my head, my first things, I know I'm excellent at setting boundaries. I am really good at setting boundaries. I set boundaries unapologetically, and I have never, ever regretted setting boundaries. Ever, never once. And when I look at this on the flip side, number 10, which is do give yourself permission to be yourself, is sometimes a struggle. And it's something that has come up in some of my readings. I talk about readings on Good Karma Success Coach, which is my other podcast. And it comes up that, you know what, I just need to be myself. And some people may or may not like that. I'm not everyone's cup of tea because I'm not a follower. And I don't just do what everyone says to do because I know better. I have a ton of experience and a strong intuition. And honestly, sometimes I hear something, I'm like, that's really not a great idea, people. And so I don't just follow along. And I've gotten stronger and stronger with that in the last probably 20 years. I'm going to be 50 in April. And I would say I started to recognize it in my 30s. And each year I get stronger and stronger in giving myself permission to be myself. So when you look at your list that you jot down from the heart, intuitively, just write. Give yourself permission to just sit and write. I came up with an 11 just because it was angel numbers, and the book Brilliant Breakthroughs released on November 11th, so I just thought it was fitting and tied in. But, write as many as you want. If it comes up to be 100, that's great. If it's just 5, that's awesome. You at least started at some point. But give yourself permission to just sit quietly and write. Write your own manifesto heading into 2021. And it's a combination of where you're at, where you want to be, where you see yourself, and really just give it some thought. And then review it. And like I said, keep reviewing it. Maybe put a date on your calendar every couple months. Take out your manifesto and review it. And give yourself a high five if you know you've definitely been doing some of the things on your manifesto or having those thoughts and feelings. Or if there's something you need to work on, then it's just something you need to work on. Don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself grace, but work on it. So I hope you like this podcast, and I hope it gives you some inspiration. I wanted to do it, a week before the new year so you can kick off the new year with your Confidence Manifesto. Heck, it's a free tool. Love that, right? It's a free tool. All you need is your own brain, a piece of paper, and a pen or pencil. Make it a fun crayon or marker, whatever inspires you. I think that would be really cool, actually, if you use some fun markers or pencils. Maybe you have some kids that you can snag some of their pencils. And, just take some time and put it together. I know you can do it. I know we can all have a really amazing 2021. I know I'm going to. I'm in the middle of working on my first book, which is Confidence Mastery for Couples, a roadmap to a more intimate relationship. And that will be coming out in March. I'm super excited. So I'm very busy working on that. I'm so grateful that my schedule is free. Things all happen for a reason. And I'm going to be releasing an Audible at the same time too, because I strongly believe in Audible, and most authors don't do that, at least at my level, let's say, which is more entry level. So if you like Audible, stay tuned for that too, and put that on your Audible list for March. I would really appreciate it. So again, happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, I hope it is beautiful and you make the best of the situation out there. You can follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. It's Melinda_Van Fleet. My other podcast, as I mentioned earlier, is the Good Karma Success Coach. My website is goodkarmasuccesscoach.com. And until next time, I hope you crush it in sales. Thank you for listening.